In aerospace engineering, an airframe is entirely subordinate to its engine. The power plant you choose dictates the payload, survivability, and ultimate destiny of the drone before it ever leaves the CAD software. Integrators often fall into the trap of optimizing for a single isolated metric. They look at peak horsepower or raw energy density on a spec sheet and assume a bigger number means a better system. But massive energy density is useless if the motor cannot push the airframe to the airspeed required for the mission. Propulsion selection is the engineering of an operational envelope. This 3D scatterplot represents the three constraints that govern every UAV propulsion decision. On the x-axis, we have endurance. On the y-axis, speed and altitude. And on the z-axis, the acoustic and thermal signature. When we map the 7 major propulsion architectures onto these axes, we see exactly how wildly their physical capabilities diverge. No single engine type occupies the optimal corner of all 3 metrics. If you select a turbine purely for its high thrust, you inherently create a massive heat exhaust. Try using that setup for a stealth reconnaissance mission, and you'll be painted by infrared tracking systems the moment you enter hostile airspace. There is no objectively perfect engine. Choosing a power plant is a ruthless negotiation of physical compromises, where every advantage you gain exacts a strict toll somewhere else. Let's start with the tactical fleet. Group 1 drones built for short-range, low-altitude missions, where rapid deployment and precise maneuvering are strictly required. This scorecard compares pure electric setups to internal combustion. For electric, specifically brushless DC motors, you see the stealth and torque response bars maxed out. They run almost completely silent and deliver instant power adjustments for precise hovering. But that stealth carries a severe physical penalty. Current lithium battery chemistry is capped between 200 and 300 watt-hours per kilogram, which drops our endurance bar to a fraction of its capacity. In operational terms, that energy density cap limits tactical electric swarms to a hard 20 to 90-minute flight window. Once that window closes, the aircraft is coming down. 2-stroke and 4-stroke internal combustion engines operate under a completely different set of physical rules. Burning gasoline or heavy fuels provides roughly 10,000 watt-hours per kilogram. That massive density leap buys you true persistence, keeping an airframe aloft for 3 to 10 hours of continuous flight on a single tank. You pay for that persistence in vibration, noise, and sheer mechanical complexity. Internal combustion engines generate intense acoustic signatures that demand heavy dampening, and their intricate moving parts require rigorous, highly skilled maintenance overhauls. For the tactical fleet, the physics dictate a clear trade. Stealth inherently costs time in the air, and extended endurance inherently sacrifices that stealth. Moving up to the high-altitude theater, thin air and massive operational distances completely rewrite the design parameters. The turboprop relies on extreme propulsive efficiency at moderate speeds. This allows medium-altitude, long-endurance platforms to loiter over target zones for 30 to 40 hours. However, the propeller tips of these aircraft hit a hard physical speed limit as they approach the speed of sound. Plus, a turboprop's large physical footprint directly compromises the low observable geometries required to evade radar. To push past 40,000 feet, you need the turbofan. These engines are specifically designed to generate high compression ratios in extremely thin atmosphere. Because the fan blades are enclosed, turbofans maintain their efficiency at transonic speeds, while easily integrating into the smooth, radar-evading shapes of high-altitude reconnaissance platforms. The barrier to entry here is brutal. Engineering a turbofan requires immense system complexity and astronomical research and development budgets that only a few manufacturers can sustain. If you want to bypass that complexity and prioritize raw thrust, you use a micro-turbojet. These offer an exceptionally low frontal area paired with a massive thrust-to-weight ratio. Turbojets are optimized for speeds well past Mach 0.6, making them the standard choice for rapid, expendable strike platforms and reusable target drones. But they burn fuel at a horrific rate. That poor specific fuel consumption, combined with a deafening acoustic profile, entirely disqualifies them from any mission requiring a long loiter. Once your airframe pushes into high altitudes and transonic speeds, scaling up your performance costs exponential amounts of fuel and capital. A third group of innovators is currently attempting to cheat the trade-off matrix, trying to bridge the gap between endurance and stealth. The parallel hybrid architecture tackles this by coupling a fuel-burning engine with a battery-driven electric motor on the exact same airframe. Tactically, you use the high-density fuel for a 10-hour transit, then cut the combustion engine to loiter over your target in total silence on pure electric power. The immediate physical penalty is that the airframe is forced to carry the dead weight of two entirely separate power plants. This diagram shows the required energy flow for a hybrid drivetrain, and it reveals a massive software penalty. You absolutely need an intelligent energy management system that dynamically routes power between the combustion and electric systems to prevent a systemic failure during power handoffs. Hydrogen fuel cells present an alternative path. Theoretically, they are vastly superior, offering 33,000 watt-hours per kilogram while maintaining silent, zero-emission operation. In reality, it's a logistical nightmare. Hydrogen requires highly volatile storage, suffers from severe cold start vulnerabilities, and demands intense thermal management to keep the fuel cell stable. Advanced architectures don't eliminate engineering constraints. They simply transfer the burden from fuel capacity to structural and software complexity. The final reality of drone architecture is that every joule of energy, every hour of endurance, and every knot of airspeed exacts a permanent toll in weight, heat, or logistical drag. This flowchart maps objectives to propulsion hardware. For stealth, route to pure electric. For pure speed, route to turbojets. For relentless surveillance, route to turboprops. For high-altitude stealth, route to turbofans. For VTOL with massive range, route to hybrid or hydrogen systems. The mission always dictates the motor. Define your constraints, accept the physical trade-offs, and engineer the airframe accordingly.